guys, welcome back to Stampaholics Anonymous. Today we are going to be looking at another neon collection from Pop Nail Polish. I already showed you the bleached neons. Today we are going to be looking at the real neons. This is a 7-piece collection for some reason. The bleached neons were only 6. And this one has 7 colors, including a red. Plus I also got this top coat that is not hollow but is like rainbow neon colored to go with this collection, and of course also with the bleached neons collection, but I'm showing you it together with this collection. I'm gonna probably put it over a couple of these polishes. I am both curious and kind of dreading this because I had such mixed feelings about the bleached neons, so I'm not sure how these are going to perform formula wise because I had such a hard time with like half of the bleached neons collection, so I'm not sure what to expect. The glitter bombs I tried from Pop Nail Polish I really liked. They were fine formula wise. They were also a mixed like a mixed bag of things, but overall not too shabby, and they worked fine. So let's take a look at the colors and the names first, and then I'm going to get into life swatching. First up we have this neon green, and for some reason my camera is washing this out, but this is like a true neon green, which is called Karma Chameleon. This whole neon collection thing is based around the 80s, so most of them have like names that somehow relate to either 80s movies or 80s songs. So moving on to this purple, neon purple, which is called When Doves Cry. That's also a song, I think. Then we have this neon yellow, which is not being washed out. Funny, huh? It's called Call Me. And then we have this neon pink that I'm especially excited about, and this one is being washed out unfortunately, but it is a true neon pink. It comes across a little more muted than it actually is. This is called Pretty in Pink. And then we have this red. I don't know for sure why there's a red in a neon collection, but it is a pretty red, and I'm curious to see how this works on the nails. It's called Love is a Battlefield. Another song name, I know that. And then we have this neon orange that is really neon, which is called the Metro. And then last we have this neon or like electric blue, which is called Sweet Dreams. Yes, Sweet Dreams. And then we have this topper, which I mentioned is not hollow, but is like consisting of scattered neon micro glitters. That's a fun idea, I think. And there's like all kinds of different neon colors in here. And I'm also curious to find out how this one works over the collection. So without further ado, I'm gonna set up for swatching. Wish me luck, and I'll meet you afterwards.
Okay, first up is this neon yellow, which is called Call Me. Haha, funny. You can see here that the first coat is like pretty sheer, but goes on nice and evenly. Well, that's a good thing to say about the formula. To be fair, I did look up the swatch pictures of this in the Etsy store again, and they were not showing opacity, like 100% opacity. They were rather showing like a jelly formula that doesn't get 100% opaque no matter how many coats you do. I'm going to end up doing 3 coats of this, and I'm going to show you 3 coats of this with the liquid glass top coat on top. The formula of this one wasn't too bad. It dried kind of matte, not like shiny on its own, but you can see here that it doesn't get 100% opaque, but you might want to try this one out over a white base. Next up is the neon orange, which is called the Metro. Again, with like over the board, all of these polishes, something that is down to the bottle is that the stem of the brush is very, very long, and you do want to be careful not to have droplets of polish running down the stem, and in not intentionally applying a too thick of a coat for some reason. I always end up doing like the thickest coat on my middle finger. I don't know why that is, but it just happens. As you can see here, this one dries with that weird consistency again that I showed you in the first collection, where you think it is dry because it turned demi-matte, and usually when a polish dries that kind of matte, it is dry, but they're not dry. But it drying so semi-matte means you definitely need a top coat for this, and formula-wise, I wasn't too happy with this one, even though it turns out to look kind of nice in the swatch pictures. I'm going to show you one picture without top coat. That is this one, and all of the other ones will have top coat. Okay, we are moving on to the red of this collection. Red is not typically a color I would think of in a neon collection, but anyway, this is Love is a Battlefield. It goes on pretty sheer in the first coat. Same difficult formula to work with in a way. Not as bad as, the orange was or some of the pastel neons were, but, still kind of hard to work with and not like easy self-applying like some other polish that I swatched in the past. This one also does this weird drying thing, not as bad as the orange did. I think that must be some of the pigments she's using in these polishes, because all of these polishes are UV light or black light active, not UV light, black light active, and I think that maybe the red or something of those pigments causes this weird drying thing. Moving on to the pink neon of this collection, which is called Pretty in Pink, like the movie. And I had so high hopes for this one because I was looking for a really good neon pink. But you can see here that it goes on a very sheer in the first coat. It did, get to full opacity in two coats. But again, with the formula of these, it's really kind of hard to get on a nice even coat, because at some point or other, you're going to forget about the stem, and then you have a droplet of polish running down your stem, and then it gets on your brush, and then it's on your nail, and then there's not much you can do about it. As opposed to the first polishes, this one did dry a bit more shiny, but nevertheless, I am going to show you swatch pictures with top coat. Okay, we're on to the purple, which is called When Doves Cry. And surprise, surprise, this one was actually kind of nice. The formula was good. It was easier to work with. It didn't do a weird matte drying thing. It got to full opacity in 2 coats. As far as I can remember, it did not stain me, even though there must be like some kind of a blue pigment in here. So no complaints here. I really enjoyed this one, and it looked really nice, and I loved the deep purple color of this one on my nails. Okay, here's the blue, the second to last polish, which is called Sweet Dreams. And as I applied the first coat of this, I was like, man, I don't know how to do 3 coats of this, because I thought I was for sure have to do, 3 coats because it's so sheer in the first coat. But surprise, it did get nice and opaque in 2 coats, and I actually also enjoyed the formula of this one, even though this one did the weird demi-matte drying thing, as you can see there on my pinky finger, but it didn't affect the quality of the formula as badly as the yellow or the orange, for example. Here is the last polish of this collection, the Neon Green Karma Chameleon. This one also went on a very, very, very sheer in the first coat, but I did get it to not full, but to some kind of opacity on the second coat. And this formula was also not my fave, and just I'm kind of repeating myself, but this one was one of the ones where I did not enjoy the formula.
Alright, you guys, that were my swatches of the 7-piece, 8 if you count the top coat, neon collections from Pop Nail Polish. And to be honest, I can only really recommend the purple one, formula-wise, and maybe, just maybe, the blue one. All of the other ones were just too tricky to work with. The neon yellow did not get opaque at all, so you might want to put this over a white base. I might try that out in the future. I don't know if I have the patience though. And then all of these other ones, they were like, oops, so difficult to work with. It was that weird formula again, where if you're not careful, you're going to end up adding a too thick of a coat, and then it looks like it's dry and you can add a second coat, but it isn't. And then some of them dried semi-matte, and I don't know, they did all sorts of weird things. Not consistently weird, just weird. And I really had a hard time and struggled with these. They do look kind of nice in the pictures, and adding the liquid glass top coat that Pop Polish makes does help, but you're gonna end up with like a very thick layer of polish on your nails, because the top coat is very thick, and then, you know, those polishes just they tend to be too thick on your nails, or not opaque at all like the yellow one did. So I really enjoyed the purple. That was my favorite color wise and application wise and formula wise. The blue was okay. I did enjoy the top coat, even though it is a bit on the thicker side, but I didn't mind that. It was okay. And I actually realized that there is a tiny bit of hollow running through here. I just saw that when I took the pictures, that there's like a bit of hollow reflection going on. So this is really nice to put over, you know, all kinds of different colors. Doesn't have to be neon, I don't think. Yeah, and then all the other ones, I don't know, I just totally cannot recommend. Maybe it's due to the fact that besides the color pigment, there's also something in here that's like blacklight active. I think it's blacklight. So maybe it gives the polishes a weird consistency, because I did try out, like, as a control group, so to speak, I tried out one of the oil slick polishes. And that formula was okay to work with, like totally okay. And the glitter bombs I tried were also okay to work with, even though they were, for the most part, on the thicker side. So, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe you just have to figure out for yourself if you think that these colors are, you know, worth putting up with the formulas. So that's it for today, you guys. I have one more Pop Polish collection to get through, to plow through, to show you, and a bunch of other stuff, of course. So that's it for today, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Bye!